Hey, my name is Skylar. I'm making this video to really help people open their eyes about suicide and self-harm and bullying. I'm gonna start out with bullying. I've been on both sides of bullying, the bully victim and the bully. And to be honest, both sides make me feel terrible. I mean, of course being a bully victim is terrible. I mean, having someone point out every single one of your flaws and holding them against you is just plain cruel. And it's horrible. And it makes you feel like there's nothing here for you. And then there's been the bully. Here lately I've been bullying this girl. And I thought maybe if I brought her down it'd bring me up. But to be honest, it made me just as low as she was to bring me down. Maybe just as low as every single bully out there in the world. From the baddest bully to the kid that just throws rocks at the girl that he likes. It's horrible. And it really shouldn't be done. Words do hurt. I mean, that person could have woke up that morning and say, if one more person says one more mean thing today, I swear, it's going to be the last time. I'm not going to handle it no more. And what you said could have been their last straw. And it could have caused them to end their life. Recently, my best friend, he in school, he's been getting called gay and faggot. And the thing is, he's not. And he has nothing against people who are. Because honestly, we're all the same. But it just got to him. In January 2013, he tried to commit suicide. And luckily, the rope snapped before it could do any damage to him. Luckily. And then, another thing I want to talk about is suicide. The way I feel is that you are put on this earth for a reason. You are still living and breathing, and your heart is still breathing for a reason. Now, you may think that life is not worth living, but it gets better. It gets so much better in the end. You just need to realize that what they say does not matter. What they think about you does not matter. It's how what you think of yourself. And yes, most of the time you think of yourself of... That made no sense. Most of the time you think of yourself on how other people think of you. If that even makes any sense. In my head it does. But anyways. But you just really need to learn that whatever they think of you is just how they think of themselves sometimes. The majority of the time. If they find a flaw about you and they hold that against you, that's because they have nothing better to do with their lives except for bring you down. Because if they try to bring you down, that only means that you're on top of them. That means you're higher than them. And there's no reason what they say should get to you. Because honestly, you're perfect. Yes, everybody has flaws. Everybody. The models, regular people, cartoons, everybody has flaws. But that's what makes them beautiful. And once you learn that, when you look in the mirror, instead of seeing some person that you just think it's ugly, you realize you are truly beautiful. And that right there is the start of something new. You are still living, I've said this before like a million times, but I want to get it out there. You are still alive for a reason. Now do me a favor. Take your hand, your right hand. Place it over your heart. Do you feel that? The beating? Call it purpose. You are on this earth for a reason. You are going to make a change in somebody's life. You're going to make a change in the world. It could be big and it could be small, but it's going to affect someone in a good way. You don't want to take that chance and give that all up by ending it. You could literally end up being the happiest person in the world, and you're just going to throw that all away? No. Don't do that. Because I know the way you're feeling right now is torture, and it feels like it's just not worth it. But eventually, all the bad stuff just builds up and it turns into happiness. And it feels so great. You feel like you rule the world. And it's just a beautiful thing. There are girls and boys, but I mostly see girls, starve themselves to literally stick and bones trying to be perfect. And the thing is, you don't need to do that. You don't need to take them weight pills and starve yourself and skip a meal. If you want to be skinny, go work out. But to be honest, you don't need to do that. Tall, short, black, white, Asian, German, Irish, curvy, skinny. It doesn't matter, because you're beautiful. The models in the magazines, they might be considered perfect, but to be honest, they're just as messed up as we all are. And you honestly don't know how beautiful your flaws are. Your flaws are what make you beautiful. You don't need Photoshop. You don't need to be super skinny. You just need to be you. And that is how you are beautiful.